I was having a great time at the carnival. The fried foods and the jingle of the circus tune took me back to the time when I was a young fat boy. A better time. With how much cotton candy and funnel cake I had eaten, my ill-fitting shirt let the world take a peek at a stomach pushed to its limits. I scratched the rash on the back of my right calf with the opposite foot. Satisfying. Thank you, steel-toed boots. You itch good, I thought. Father was hounding the carnival game just to my right, hell-bent on winning something. Get that little shit! Someone stop him! A booming voice rang out that made me jump. I glanced up from my DS. A little man ran in my direction, pursued by a gang of ravenous teens. The halflet was holding a sack over his shoulder, dropping coins and jewels behind him. I grew angry. Thieving rat, I thought. Stupid little fucking rat. He made my blood boil. Even though my father was here to protect me from the same bullies that were pursuing this little man, I had a Sharia law-esque belief when it came to theft. Death was the only option. As the little man approached me, I stuck out my foot and he tripped hard. With a whack, his face hit the ground. More stolen trinkets flew out around him. He was still for a moment. Then with a deep wheeze, he regained consciousness. With a bloody face, he looked up at me.
Sir, please, help.
I cut him off with a swift kick to his head, which rang out a sickening wet crack followed by a wimpy squeak. You'll get no help here, goblin. The dazed little man lifted his head up and puked, so I slammed another fat-legged kick into his skull, cracking it. He's over here, guys, I said. The first of the bullies were reaching us, beginning to circle. Do your thing, boys. Fucking kill him. I saw one bully grab each of his limbs and hoist him up. A lanky one went for his belt and started to remove his clothing, while some of the outliers popped open their switchblades and advanced. Then I was pushed out of the circle. I could hear the little man's mortal screams echo out. I smiled. Crash! Father had used his rocket arm to shatter another milk bottle. Good job on that one, son. Assisting the real men to remove the stains from this earth. Now watch Daddy. I'm winning a prize for my fucking son. His head veins protruded, and he was bright red, like he was about to pop another hernia. He took a quick and shaky drag from his cigarette, loading up another fastball into his absolute rocket. I bet you want that doll, son. He pointed at the top of the prize shelf. There sat the object of my father's desire, a porcelain boy, with overalls and white socks pulled up, shiny shoes to complete his look. Clearly some kind of church doll. It was fantastic. He spat. Oh, that doll. He windmilled his arm around very quickly. In a flash of strength and military accuracy, he destroyed another one. Desert Storm, motherfucker! The cute employee was uncomfortable by the spectacle. Just break one more and you got the doll, dude. Father locked wide yellow eyes with the teen girl until he won and she looked away. I smell victory, boy. I smell a fresh doll for you. My father sniffed deeply and instantly recoiled. Oh! He winced like he had smelled something gross. Whew! Is that you? That smell. I know that smell. That's your crotch! I was instantly embarrassed. The cute employee stifled a laugh. You been using that medicinal soap I bought for you? I sheepishly tried to deflect. No, Dad. It's not me. I think someone must have shit themselves, I said, appealing to both of them. My dad laughed. Yeah. Someone shot themselves? No, your fucking glands shot themselves when they clogged up and gave you that rash. The employee began to notice the smell, gagging as she covered her nose with her shirt. With a quick whip, another milk bottle was shattered, and the doll was mine. Father's van rattled as we made the drive home in silence. Thanks for the doll, I said. Father grumbled a reply I couldn't make out. I held the doll, looking into its eyes. Something was off about its face. It looked far older than the pristine boy sat on the shelf at the carnival. My father grumbled out of his haze and spoke up. Yeah, that dumb bitch at the game said that shit's got a voice box or some shit. I glanced at him. The thrill of the game had worn him dry and he was just checked the fuck out. I turned the doll over. I don't know, sir. I don't see a switch. I don't think this thing talks. But I do. The doll spoke. We both jumped a little bit. Oh, shit! Ain't that neat? My father exclaimed. I will entertain you with verse, at your behest. My father laughed like someone whose brain was damaged. Make it say a bad word there. Make it say a bad word right there. The doll turned its head, painfully slow, all on its own. As you request. It started playing a jingle, which began at a very low tempo and picked up pace and tune. Dan, 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 dan. It began to list every slur in the book, one after the other. Oh, shit! No way! My wildly entertained and monkey-brained father was red with laughter, repeating every slur the doll said in time with its haunted song. The van was picking up speed. This thing was a bank of new ways to say the N-word. I mean, good lord, half of the slurs were completely new to me. My father released the steering wheel and began clapping along with the racist doll's wicked jingle. Dad! Dad! Hands on the wheel! I stopped and my blood went cold. My father's eyes were black like a doll's, and he was saying really bad words as he clapped in his trance. We were veering off of the highway. I reached over and grabbed the steering wheel, but it was too late. The doll's song was deafening as everything reached a piercing crescendo. I saw the tree, and in a quick flash the van was finished in a wave of broken glass. I regained consciousness, not understanding where I was. The familiar song of the carnival became clear to me, along with the smell of fried food. The only smell that was missing was that of my rotten crotch. I looked around and realized I was on the top prize shelf of the same game my father had so valiantly won. Now the patrons were competing to win me. A broken and tiny man rolled up in a wheelchair looking to play this game. His face was mutilated beyond recognition, but his eyes locked hungrily onto my newly plastic body. He knew who I was, and he wouldn't be leaving without me.